America, go and take a bow. Tiffany, Starr's about to bring you the hottest crowd. Tighten your game, cause Boston talent's about to make it rain. Rising stars, are you ready? Get into position. It's about time impeccable talent receive recognition. Are you aware? Better said, be aware. Musicians, grab your instruments. Rappers, pull out your paper and pen. Chefs, start slicing and dicing. Writers, install some knowledge. Poets, speak loud and clear. Singers and dancers, are you ready to tango? Cause if so, you're definitely on the right show.
I am your co-host, Lili B, bringing you your Staple 5. Top news, current events, and important statistics in 5 minutes.
Get into position. It's about time impeccable talent.
And I'm your host, Gina.
I'm your host, Stephen A. Barthell.
Produced by
Tiffany, Starr,
and together we are Shine.
Boston, and welcome to Shine. I am your host, Stephen A. Barthell.
And I'm your host, Gina.
And this is the only show in Boston where we get the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Shine is going to display local talent. You know, we got hip-hop artists, R&B, spoken word poetry. We even have a few, physical trainers and chefs coming by,
That's right.
on the show. Gina, can you let the audience know what we're going to be talking about today and who do we have on today's show?
Well, today we have a great show for you. Our topic, we're going to talk about emotional cheating. And after that, we're going to bring in our first act, which is, her name is Wendy Lola Sanchez, who's a poet. She's going to hit the stage to give you her favorite spoken word poetry. Also, in our second act, we have Ashley Rose Solomon. Again, another poet, and she's going to hit the stage that is going to do amazing. So don't go nowhere, because this is a show you want to watch.
Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing. It sounds sophisticated, to be honest with you. But before we get to all the acts, and everything, there's something that's partnering on my mind.
What's on your mind?
Like with, all the infidelity that's going on in the world, I want to know what's worse, emotional cheating or physically cheating. Gina, what do you think?
I think emotionally cheating is the worst. Why? Because it hits the core, and it's better to do something that, I'd rather, my man said he wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, as opposed to say, I'm in love with her. What do you think?
Wow, that's crazy. The thing about it is, like when it comes to physical cheating, like who does it more? Is it men? Is it women? Like,
okay,
what's up?
That's a given. Men physically cheat more, period. And on the other hand, females emotionally cheat more. It's just how it is. Why? Because we are emotional creatures.
I need facts. Boston, we need facts. Therefore, the whole episode, we're going to go back and forth about who cheats more and what's worse, emotional or physically cheating. Now, in your definition, what is emotional cheating? A lot of people don't know what that is.
Well, obviously, emotionally cheating has to do with the emotions. You like this person. You long for this person. You dream about this person. You think about this person when you're supposed to be thinking about your man or woman. That's what emotional cheating is.
But the thing about it is, when it comes to physical cheating, your egos come into play, everything comes into play. Like, is she dating this person? Are they hiding behind my back? Are they lying to me? Like, what's going on? And throughout most of the time, I think men do physically cheat a lot more, unfortunately, fellas. Like, I'm just saying.
Why that is because men are visual creatures as opposed to women who are emotional. So anything that physically attracts them, they're going to go on the hunt. Whoa. Females, we want that emotional connection.
Whoa. Don't get it twisted, because women cheat too. Trust me.
I just said that.
I know. No, but women physically cheat too. I'm not going to get into that debate about who cheats more because, like it's just one of us. I could wish that we had a group of men or a group of women where we can actually figure this thing out, but we don't. But when it comes down to cheating, why do it in the first place? So why do you think people do it?
Because
emotionally.
Because they long for something that they lack in their present relationship. So they go elsewhere. Like all animals, when you're hungry, you go on the hunt. When you're lonely, you find companionship. And when your man isn't doing it right, you will find someone who will. Amen to that?
No. So you think that men have the same reasons as women do when it comes to cheating?
No, men like their cake and eat it too.
So do women.
Not all the time.
It's a people thing.
I plead the fifth. Didn't I just say that?
I know that you plead the fifth. Doesn't mean I believe you.
You define physical.
Like, everybody knows what physical cheating is, when it comes down to it. The touching, the kissing, the dating, this and the third. When it comes to, like, I don't know.
But you know what? We got time to do all that. We have to go into the people who came here to come polish the shine stage.
Whatever.
No, we'll be right back after these brief messages. Keep it locked.
Hey, Lindsay? I wish you didn't smoke weed. You're not the same when you smoke. And I miss my friend. I'll be outside.
And we're back. Welcome back to Shine. We have an interesting discussion going on about what happens more, emotionally or physically cheating. But right now, coming to the stage from her first book, Family Portrait. Who do we have again?
We have Wendy Lola Sanchez.
Hi, this is Lola. I'm happy to be here at Shine with Stephen and Regina. And the first poem I'm going to perform is going to be Last Letter Home. I dedicate this to all of our troops who are overseas, and especially to my cousin Alberto. Love you, baby. My dear wife, it's unfathomable to me how I can still taste you in my sleep. Your caress haunts me. I smell you in the air, and believe me, that is difficult to do when the guys and I haven't seen a shower truck in 3 weeks. We don't smell like Vidal Sassoon. It wasn't my mission to find beauty in this foreign land and its sand dunes. Nevertheless, my Ura boots run wild with the native children who are barefoot. Black clouds with green eyes are close enough to touch. When the winds charge and bombs fall, they turn into black ash ribbons of dust. The most treasured item here is cool water on your tongue, straight from the canteen, not oil as the others believe it to be. To miss home means to give up, and we refuse to get our heads cut off. So we run, Forrest, run. They sound the horn for prayer several times a day. The boys don't know this yet, but the picture in that mini Bible you gave me keep me sane. I found 10 minutes of undisturbed peace yesterday. It was watching a little girl with one leg happily eating a pomegranate that left her cheeks and hands blood-stained. After nearly 9 months here, I finally saw the presence of God in her face. I am thankful for that small experience as it reminds me that I'm still part of this human race. How can there be so much life and death, baby, all in one place? I often wonder if I will ever be the same. I think back to how we met, how I traded you my mint condition Wolverine comic book for your Run DMC cassette. You were much smarter than me even at the tender age of 10. I hold fast to those memories so that I could preserve the piece of me you fell in love with. Cause every sunset and every gunshot I feel I lose a little bit of him. But baby, as always, you were right. This experience did change me. I know now what is important. My eyes can't be deceived and I see everything in slow motion. If in case this letter is my last, tell my parents their words are with me always. They pierce my heart like broken shards of glass. And to you, baby, you deserve only the best. I hope and pray that I have been a good man. I'm only sorry that the honeymoon did not last and that you had to bring our baby boy into this world fatherless. I promise to make it up to you if and when I get back. But for now, just know words cannot express the deep pain I feel in my chest. Stay strong. I love you, your faithful husband, the soldier, the jarhead. Thank you. This next one is called Lala. And it's dedicated to all the rape victims. Here it goes. Lala never stands tall and she never looks up. No hope for the future, just the will to sign off. A razor in her right hand, as with her left she pours more rum. She hears a voice say, let's forget about tomorrow, Lala, because it's gone, baby, gone. She whimpers at this voice and pleads for a why. Why was my innocence lost? In a flash, she is 7 again. In a flash, she is back there again, where it's dark, hot, and sticky. Sticky, hot, and dark. Where his drunken breath lingers and his cheap cologne consumes her, and she is again lost, gone, lost, gone. He says, I love you, mi muchachita linda, and slips her the tongue. Her body is paralyzed, her soul went hiding somewhere far. Her body yells for help, and she wants to yell for help, but feels like she will throw up. Oh God, please help me. Oh God, save me from my father's claws. He parts her legs and climbs on her. Her rainbow bright nightgown is dank with his sweat. As he buries his rough face into her tiny little neck, Lala starts to shake and tremble under his gaze. Her offender senses this and with haste covers her mouth. His cowardly touch is desperate, careless, and she again is forgotten in this haze. It's okay, pequeña flor de mi alma, I'm your papi and this is how I show you my love, he says as he rubs his manhood on that spot. Lala knows this is wrong. She remembers what her mother said about that spot. She said, Mija, don't ever let someone touch you there. She used her index finger to point X marks the square. And never ever sit on a man's lap, baby, because all men are dogs. Lala unknowingly pleads with God again. God, if you're too busy, send an angel as you did with Mary. Querido Dios, please, this is scary. My father is going to rape me. God answered with a loud knock at the bedroom door. The angel's name was Wanda. In an instant, that bastard jumped off of Lala and answered the knock on the door with a "¿Qué pasa?" Girl's aunt was bringing more towels for the long-awaited guest. She pardoned her intrusion nonetheless and offered a cold glass of water, but the man declined with no interest. She asked the 7-year-old if everything was okay, and the child nodded yes, much to her own dismay. With her eyes, she pleaded towards her aunt not to leave, but never jumped out of that bed, much to her own disbelief. Still, God showed himself again. As Wanda was walking out, she declared in a stern voice, I'm going to leave the door open. Now he was the one that was frozen. The air is very stale in this room, she continued to explain, and as she held open the little girl's only escape, his plan began to evaporate. But today, Lala can't remember God, his rescue, or his angel. The cold tile floor is numbing. She can't remember how she got there. Red ribbons are flowing from her wrist. Red ribbons have stained the sink. Red ribbons are on the razor. She picked on the razor. She picked on the razor. She picked. How could you? She screams to no one. She screams to anyone. She screams because she couldn't that night. She screams out of anger. She screams with unbellowing pain. She screams out of fear, haunting nightmares and tote, spill, rum, spill. Lala thinks her time is near. Her body is weak and face is covered with tears. She doesn't want God's help, hasn't heard from her dad in 21 years. No, I'm sorry, not even a please forgive me, my dear. She feels her body let go. She tells herself she is ready for whatever. As she does, though, she hears a voice tell her, my child, you have forgotten me. My child, you forget that you can talk and confide in me, that I will listen and respond to your prayer and aid in any of your despair. Even now, when you think I have abandoned you, I am the air you breathe and the strength in your feet. So Lala pleads with God again, help me, Lord, to forgive and forget. I need to feel peace once again, to love and be loved without dirty thoughts put to the test, to be blessed with a man who will give me his utmost respect. And God answers, my child, by my blood your sins were forgiven. Now all I'm asking you to do is to crawl to the kitchen, for I will carry you the rest of the way to the door where no one is watching, but your bell is ringing. Thank you.
Oh, Wendy. That was beautiful.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to present to you Wendy Lola Sanchez. We're going to cut to a short PSA real quick, and we're going to come back, bring Wendy on the big black couch, ask her a few questions, dig a little more deeper, into this poet's life, if she likes. Well, she doesn't have a choice. Stay tuned, Boston. We'll be right back.